Hi, I'm Jeff.
And I'm Mike.
You know, the Spanish have their tapas, the Italian have their cicchetti, but the Sicilians take it to a whole new level with aperitivo.
Sicilians love to go to beach bars and have a glass of Marsala and also enjoy some of the great delicacies of the island, like almonds and pistachios and olives.
And when they're at these beach bars, they're sitting down having a glass of Marsala wine, and Sicily's favorite Marsala is Florio. So today we're going to use Florio Marsala wine and make a really great dish. It's called chicken Marsala bruschetta. Let's get started.
All right, let's go.
So I've got some flour here, and I'm just going to add a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper.
Rosemary and some thyme.
Great. Super. So these are the spices that we add to the flour that we're going to coat the chicken in. So I'm just going to mix this up a little bit. You can use your hands. Make sure your hands are nice and clean. And we're going to flour the chicken here. Make sure you try to get all the sides.
Already heated up the pan. We're going to put a little olive oil in there and some butter as well.
A tablespoon of butter. Great. All right, so here we have the chicken already floured with all of our herbs and our spices, and this is going to go into the hot oil right now. And that's going to get about 4 or 5 minutes on each side.
You know, while we're waiting for that, I think I am going to have a little sip of Florio. I really love to have Marsala, especially while I'm cooking this. And it's important to remember that Marsala doesn't just belong in your saute pan, it also belongs in your glass.
So that's going to cook for about 4 or 5 minutes per side. You want to get it nice and browned on the outside. And then what we're going to do later is we're going to slice it and warm it through again. So now we're going to take the chicken out of the pan and let it rest for a few minutes. Okay, wow, that's beautiful. They're supposed to be nice and brown. We're just going to let them rest for a few minutes while we start making the mushroom and Marsala sauce.
Why don't you give me a little bit more butter, just to make sure that the pan is nice and moist.
Some mushrooms.
And I'm going to scrape up a little of the flour from the bottom, add our mushrooms in.
So we're going to let the mushrooms just saute for a few minutes until they get a little bit tender, and then we're going to add our Florio dry Marsala. Some people like to use sweet Marsala, but we prefer the dry because we've added some nice herbs and spices, and we think it brings out the savory flavor. Now, Mike's adding the Marsala wine to the pan, and what you want to do is let that reduce to about half of the volume, because the flour from the bottom of the pan is going to come up with the mushrooms and with the Marsala and make a really nice gravy, a really nice Marsala sauce. So while Mike's still stirring the Marsala sauce over there, I'm going to cut the chicken. I'm going to cut it just on a little bit of an angle here so that it's going to go perfectly with the bread that we've already cut. You can see there's just a little bit of pinkness left. We didn't want to cook the chicken all the way through because we're going to finish cooking it in the Marsala sauce. So Mike, if you're ready for this,
I'm ready.
Let me hand you over the chicken.
Great.
There you go. So that's going to warm through for about 2 or 3 minutes. That's all it needs to do. And then we're going to put them all together. So while Mike's doing that, I'm going to get the bread slices ready to assemble the bruschetta. So you should get about 24 pieces out of 2 chicken breasts and a nice baguette here.
All right, these look good.
Oh wow, that does look really good. See, the chicken's coated really nicely with the Marsala sauce. So let's assemble these. So each one gets a little piece of chicken and a nice mushroom. You could use a toothpick or maybe a rosemary spear if you want to keep these all in place.
Those look amazing.
They really do, and they smell amazing too. So this is going to be great. Our guests are really going to enjoy these.
So am I.
We should probably taste the wine first.
All right, they're sweet for you, and I took the dry.
Well, that's because I'm the sweet one. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that is nice.
I think this is going to pair perfectly with this. Here.
Thank you.
There
Wow,
you go.
these look good.
That's delicious. That's going to pair perfectly with either the Florio dry or sweet Marsala.
Let's give it a try.
Sounds good.
Salute.
Salute.